Fellow loved ones, it's TJ, and I am back to continue our series on the 13 psychic abilities. If you have not checked out the video where I list 13 of the psychic gifts, go ahead and click the card here right now, and then come back to this video and let us know. We all want to know. I want to know, do you have the gift of clairsentience? Okay, we hear about the clairs all the time. There are at least 6 clairs, and I believe on my list I listed 4, maybe 5. I will get into the others in a separate video. But right now, let's dive into this one. Okay, now clair is French for clear. Okay, so clairsentience is the ability to feel the energy and emotions and even physical pain of others. So clear feeling. Clear feeling is clairsentience. Clairsentience, if you have this gift, this ability, that means you are also an empath. There are so many empaths, okay? And you can receive intuitive messages through feelings and sensations, and often unconsciously. And I like to just share, some people are more sensitive than others, where they can go places and the energy is just so much so that they have to come home and either they feel anxious or they feel very low and heavy, maybe a little depressed, or maybe it's just too much excitement and celebration all at once, and it was just like, just too much and it's overwhelming for their system. All right, so I'm going to share some tips on how you can do a little bit of hygiene in that area. All right, but before that, let's just go a little bit deeper. Now, empathic and clairsentient people tend to be very sensitive. And because you can pick up on so much energy, like I said, I recommend that you take measures to set boundaries, energetic boundaries, and to also cleanse, clear energy, and to call back your own energy. And I consider this good hygiene, self-love, and care. This is for your balance and for your wellness. And I recommend you do this at least once a day. First of all, let me just be clear, more than once a day. When you get up, you need to start. All right, before you leave the house, if you haven't already done it, once you wake up, do it before you leave the house. And when you get home, maybe at the end of the day or right when you get home, you need to go into your protocol. Okay. Now, as an empath, you may be able to sense energies of homes and buildings, and depending on the energy, you experience various sensations in your body. Like some people might feel butterflies in their stomach, or maybe they might get a headache, or just different sensations. And because we are so nuanced, and because a lot of these abilities come in so many different forms depending on the unique blueprint of the individual, it's hard for me to even name all of the things. But as empaths, and if you are watching this video, you're more than likely an empath, and you probably can speak to some of this. So share with us in the comments how this shows up in your life. Okay, I'm going to share with you how it shows up in mine as well. Now, you can tell as an empath, if you enter a building or a home, you feel these sensations, you can tell that something significant has happened. Now, I don't consider myself very sensitive. I am clairsentient. I'm not sure that that's my strongest ability. But what I can tell you is that I can feel my skin crawl, and it has to be very prevalent. The energy in a space, it has to be like really big energy in order for me, I think, to feel it. I've walked into homes, when looking for homes, walked in and was like, no, this is not it. I am not sharing a space with whatever is here. My skin was crawling. I could feel the hairs standing up on the back of my neck. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Now, I don't tend to take on other people's energies and hold them and stuff like that. Although, as humans, we can be impacted by other people's energy. but I feel like I'm a little too bossy to, like, allow people's energy to weigh me down. I feel like that's one of the things in my bag of bossiness that I'm just not, it's just not happening. I'm just not built that way. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably why. But I'm turning the page of my notes. But as a clairsentient, for me, I can feel the energies of my spiritual team. So when I am, meditating or in communion with my spiritual team, depending on who I am communing with or conversing with, I can feel that particular energy. So that's how it shows up for me, at least right now. Okay, it could develop even more later, which I've seen it develop. It has developed over time. So it could change later. Okay, now your clairsentient gift may express through your gut. I have a gut feeling, and if something doesn't feel right, your gut will steer you clear of that, and take you into a whole different direction. There's so many people that say, no, I've always followed my gut. Yeah, well, go ahead and develop that gift and see how far you can go with it. But before in fact, I think we're at the end of this, but before we go, I want to share with you some daily hygiene tips. Number one, first and foremost, ground yourself, fully ground into your body. Okay, and hold dominion over your own energy. And this is best done, holding dominion over your own energy, is when you are fully grounded in. All right, if you want me to dive a little bit deeper into how to do these different things, I can do that. Leave a thumbs up on this video and I will do a video on this. Okay, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to list these out. The other one, light bubble. You can visualize yourself in a bubble before you leave your home. Okay, visualize yourself, and then you can put mirror ball. You can mirror ball yourself. You can put little mirrors around yourself as well. Some people say bubble up. Some people say egg up. Some people say mirror ball up. You can do all of the above. I have done it. I'm like, just click, 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 click. I just imagine everything just forming like I was like in one of those Marvel studio movies or what have you. So do that. You can do the permission roses. I think I've talked about permission roses on this channel before. I'll leave something in the cards for you to look, check that out if you want. But if you want me to expound a little deeper on that, let me know. I will do that. Leave a thumbs up or just say it in the comments. Either way. Return energy of others back to them. I have a few different ways on how I do it, but whatever you do, be very intentional on sending that energy back. Simply just saying I return all energy that does not belong to me back to their original owner, and I call back my own high vibrational frequency energy. I am whole, I am whole, I am whole. That's a really basic way to say it. I have developed another way, and I've actually learned another couple of ways to do it, and I can share that as well in another video. And another one, salt bath. If you can't get in a bath every day, even if it's 5 minutes with some Epsom salt, that salt not only detoxifies and cares for your muscles, but it also releases energy. Yes, it does. It detoxifies, okay? So you can do that. If you don't have a bath or don't feel like getting in the bath, you can do the salt foot soak, because we release and receive energy through our hands, feet, and our heads. So you could do that, or you can purchase some of those Himalayan salt bars off of Amazon. I got some a few years back. I stocked up. If I can find the link, I'll put that in the description so you can get some. And I'll wash my hands with those. Like I wash my hands with the soap, but then I'll rub the salt on my hands as well and rinse off to release the energy. Okay, so again, if you want details on any of these tips or all of these tips, leave a thumbs up on this video. Anyway, I hope that has helped you, empaths, my fellow loved ones. Until the next time, live simply and be kind.